There we go. Setting a feed. There we go. We're live. I think we're live. Yep, we're live. Oh, what's going on tonight? The world of the web. What's everybody hanging out? I've been working on the studio for the last little while, changing things around, changing some lighting around, cleaning up my mess. For those of you that might just be joining right now, my name's Rich. I am the host of RichKolas. What is RichKolas? Well, RichKolas is a show about my journey in using medical cannabis. Just to give you a heads up, I was a regular recreational cannabis user in my younger days. And then I just basically dropped it for, I don't know, close to 20 years. And this might be a little hot. Let me just turn that down. There we go. That's better. So yeah, I did that for, I quit for nearly 20 years. Over 20 years, actually. And recently, I have been living with a lot of physical pain. I suffer from migraines. Give you a little bit of a backstory. Suffer from migraines. Only out here, though, where I'm from in Canada, originally, I maybe got a migraine once a year. However, right now, out here, because I'm much higher in elevation, it comes and goes really quite often, actually. And then, of course, I have lower back pain and knee pain, which are my biggest problems, to say the least. But that being said, yeah. So recently, I've been deciding to look into growing my own medicine. What my general practitioner recommended, and who got recommended to. The individual that I was recommended to, or the doctor that I was recommended to, wonderful, wonderful doctor. I had done a lot of prior research before going to see her to see if maybe using cannabis medically was going to be something that would benefit me. Both doctors have agreed, yes, it's something that will benefit me greatly. So now, currently I consume by using a dry herb vape. And what a dry herb vape does for you is it basically just burns the trichomes. And from that, you're not getting all the ash and all the other chemicals that your body doesn't need or want, or carcinogens that your body doesn't need or want. So turned around and said, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to try this. And my doctor has recommended oils, tinctures, edibles, things like that for me to get my daily dose for my pain. Now, the downside to going that route, or taking capsules, the downside to going that route is that my doctor wants me to be using a CBD during the day, preferably a sativa. So it has to be a high CBD and sativa to keep me creative and keep me doing videos, and keep me doing live streams and things like that. So that's kind of my story there. And what they want for my insomnia at night, of course, they want me to have a THC, but also have something that's balanced with CBD to get me through the night so I'm not waking up because of pain. Now, I think this is all well and good and awesome, but here's where the problem lies. Edibles, for what you get and the amount, right now I am applied for the grower's license to allow me to grow my own medicine more than the province will allow. Here in Canada, you can grow 4 plants where I'm at. It's not the same all over Canada, but I can grow 4 plants for recreational use. So I jumped on that bandwagon and started with 4 plants. And I have some that are just going into flower now. I've never grown herbal medicine before, so this is kind of a new thing for me. I've grown vegetables and I've grown gardens. I've had that kind of stuff when I was younger, but now as an adult, I haven't grown a plant, any kind of plant, since I was probably in my 20s. So now where we're at is I've grown some. Some is ready to be harvested in a couple more weeks because it's well into flower now. I have 2 more plants that will be finishing 1 month after each other. So for the next 3+ months, I'm going to be doing little harvests. I'll let you know what we have in the tent. Right now it is all an indica. I'm growing a strain that has been affectionately nicknamed Dr. Dale. These were seeds that came from through family and turned around and I planted them. They grew. They've all grown different. That's the weird thing. If you've been following me on my Instagram, RichKolas on Instagram, you'll see pictures of these. All 3 of them are different. The way that they've all come out are very different. The way that they grew, and I'll admit my LST still needs a lot of work. I still have to learn the finer points of doing LST. I've been trying to follow people on the internet. I'm new to this, so growing my own herbal medicine is very new. So I'm not going to be growing vegetables anytime soon. That be said. Anyway, so it's all new to me. Like buying soil and what nutrients do you put in, how often do you put in it, this and that. And some great people that helped, their videos helped me before I've started to get to know some of them. The Basement Autoflowers, Grower Joe, great guy, also from Canada, over on the East Coast. With a lot of great information. He does some funny skits too. Go and check Basement Autoflowers out. Neil and Heaven from the High Again channel. High Again, these guys are young and they're energetic and they're doing some great stuff over there. They're growing all autoflowers as well. And last but not least, Mr. Grow It. Mr. Grow It, I did buy his book on Amazon. I have it on my tablet right back here. And I will tell you that it is a great book for anybody that wants to grow their own medicine, that has no idea where to start, what to look out for. It kind of sets you on the right road. Since then, I've gotten other books, of course. I enjoy reading. So these books are well worth, Mr. Grow It's books are well worth your time and your dollars if you are trying to grow your own medicine. Because let's face it, I went to the dispensary the other day, and I got to tell you, or should I just say the pot store now, our local store, Value Buds, who used to be Nova Cannabis, I went in there the other day and bought 2 indicas and 2 sativas. That came to $86 for a total of 14 grams. Now, that's 14 grams is, that's not going to last a guy very long. However, for me, it'll last a little while. It's just till I can get some of the stuff out of the tent and put some new plants in there. But yeah, it was like $80. If I go through my Government of Canada dispensary, it's sold by the gram. So you are really, you could spend a lot of money, and they don't have things like seeds for guys like me who want to grow their own. They have some flour. They because they are more on the medical vein, they don't push the smoking aspect or the inhaling aspect of cannabis. They would rather you take it in an oil or a pill or an edible, which I certainly understand because smoking's bad for your lungs. Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're vaping or smoking, it's all bad for your lungs. But, at the end of the day, right now, that's all I've got. That's what I can do. And smoking a full joint for me, nah, it doesn't work. I will say, though, that using a vape, like this little guy right here, a dry herb vape, is awesome because I take a couple of hits in the morning, I take a couple of hits around lunch, I take a couple of hits at the end of the day, at the end of the workday before supper. And if it's a sativa, it's great because I can ride it all out. I don't feel high. I don't look high. Hey, there's Gary. Hey, Gary, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for checking us out. So yeah, I just thought I'd go and do a quick little live stream tonight. I'm gonna go stay on for a few more minutes, but yeah, I just wanted to, kind of tell that story and where I'm at now. Now I'm growing some. I have some purchased. I'm still consuming. I'm testing the waters on a lot of different strains to see what is going to work. Today I tested Blue Dream. If you've never had a Blue Dream, it's a sativa. It is, and I can't say anything bad about it. It was really, really good. The Blue Dream has a nice citrusy, blueberry, sweet taste to it. I really liked it. And then there's a little bit of a peppery finish. But yeah, I really liked it. I had a couple of hits in the morning. I went out and I helped a friend for the most part of the day do building a 3D printer. As you can see, I've got one here in the background. For my other channel, which I do, which is called The First Layer, if you're interested in 3D printing. We're going to be doing some stuff with 3D printing on this channel and on that channel in relation to planting this year. I want to see how 3D printed pots hold up in a grow tent. I want to see how they hold up outside, that kind of stuff. And I want to see if I can do more than just flowers and arrangements. So that's kind of what I've been really looking at for that aspect of it. But, long and short of it is, I thought that, I would spend some time talk to you guys about what's coming up on RichKolas. What is the channel all about? It's really about my journey, and hoping that other people will take that right now and listen to, this is not a bad thing. This is really a medicine, and it's been around since the dawn of time, and it's been used as medicine before it went into prohibition here in Canada back in the 20s, the early 20s. So it's something I feel very strongly about. It's something that I think that is working for me. I've noticed a change in my pain level during the day. I noticed I can sleep better at night already. And, I want people to be educated. When I was growing up, oh, pot's evil, pot's bad, pot was illegal. Now it's not anymore. And, that to me is probably one of the coolest things. It not being illegal in Canada anymore is probably the best thing they did, because now people can do research. Even though the government's not funding a ton of research, there's research being done now in universities and places like that are showing the benefits of what medical or cannabis can do for you. It doesn't have to be necessarily medical. There's a lot of things that go into it, and I think that this for myself has been working. It's worked really well so far for a couple of months that I've been experimenting with it. And I think that if you are somebody who is taking a lot of prescription drugs for pain, talk to your doctor about it. You just talk to your doctor. I'm going to tell you that if you talk to your doctor and your doctor says it's not great, then you know what? Maybe it's not great for you. But also, don't be afraid to get a second opinion. My wife has had our doctor since she was a kid. When we moved back here to Alberta, she started seeing him again, and I just became a patient because I'm her husband. So he's not against it. I went and found out what medical center to go through and talked with them. Due to the rampant spread of the pandemic and the new versions that are coming out, seems almost weekly now. You can't go and sit in a doctor's office and have a casual conversation about this anymore. So I had to have my assessment done online, or not online, pardon me, over the phone. And first, a nurse calls you, then the doctor calls you. And after the doctor calls you, then you've got, she writes your prescription, then an educator phones you. And so there's kind of three tiers to go through, and it was very interesting. I don't know if I can say their name on here, probably not. My channel's not monetized anyway. But, if you get anything from my storytelling tonight, think about it. If you are somebody who suffers with chronic pain, insomnia, depression, anxiety, talk to your doctor. Talk to a medical professional that knows about medical cannabis or the use of medical cannabis and how it might benefit you, and maybe explore some of those avenues. I don't recommend just running out and buying whatever from wherever, because as you go through different dispensaries, some people will say your government dispensaries are all low quality, it's all crap. Other people will say the privatized guys have top shelf stuff. And then you get the flip side. Medical cannabis is great. That stuff you buy from the corner store is crap. And, so it's a 50-50 split at the end of the day. And we started with purchasing, and now that I'm growing, pretty soon I will be able to use part of my prescription to grow my own medicine. And then other parts of my prescription will go to the purchase of whatever I decide to go with. I will probably at some point give up my dry herb vape, because there's so much you can do now with the plant, and so many people have explored what you can do with this amazing miracle plant. For the longest time, I didn't speak the gospel of it, and I can tell you now, being where I am in my life, that it is a very interesting kind of turning point for me, and I see it now. I see the benefits of it. Just in this little while, I've seen the benefits of it. So I'm going to continue using my vape. I will be making edibles. I will be using edibles, but CBD takes a while to build up in your system, even if you're using the oil. It roughly takes about 60 to 90 days to build up in your system. So, that can 3 months to build up. So what do you do in the meantime? Do you keep popping pills? Well, I've looked into this and I've talked to my doctor about it. Some cannabis strains don't do well with prescription drugs. So be aware of that. I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on the internet. But talk to your medical professional, your doctor. If there is a weed doctor or a cannabis doctor in your city or town, get an appointment. Try and go and see them. I was very skeptical about it at first because I thought, geez, I'm gonna be dealing with hippies and peace and love and tranquility, and not that that's a bad thing, but I just kind of see that sometimes as being a witch doctor. Remember the old medicine traveling shows that used to happen? You see them in old movies all the time. Kind of that's what I thought of the purveyors of the plant, so to speak. And now I've done my own research. I'm not well versed in it yet at all. I'm still very much a baby in these woods. I'm learning all over again, not using it recreationally, but using it as a medicine and dosing myself throughout the day so I'm productive, so I have little to no pain, so I have little to no inflammation in my joints, and it's profoundly changing the way that I see the world right now, and the way I see medicine. I grew up in a household where, my mother was a nurse. She was a nurse for 40 years. She worked with a doctor in a doctor's office. She also worked at our hospital where I grew up. So it's nothing that is, it's nothing that is now hindering me. I'm seeing the benefits of it as a medicine. And I think that if people do their own research, and they sit down and they talk to their doctor about why cannabis could be good for you, or could be a step in the right direction to alleviating your pain, helping you get a good night's sleep, things like that, then I think it's great. Are there side effects? Have I experienced side effects? Sure I have. Yeah. I don't like to be stoned. I don't like to be drunk either. I'm at the age in my life where, I could care less. I'll go out and not say that I'm not a drinker, but because I will go out and I'll have a couple of drinks, but I don't even get to feeling good. I have a couple of drinks to be sociable, and that's it. And this is a medicine. It's not, to me, this is not a social thing, but it's a medicine. And seeing it as medicine is great. And like I said, one of my, the one that I tried today, Blue Dream, that is right now at the top of my list for what I've tried and experimented with. Blue Dream today just set me on the right path. I got a lot done. I was really happy. And I think that it's something that I want to grow. So I'm going to be looking for seeds. I know there are some retailers across Canada that you can get the seeds at, and I believe that it's something that's worth exploring. Hey, if you're watching this video right now, just say hi in the chat and let me know where you're from. If this is your first time here, thank you. If you're a subscriber, thank you. This is a brand new channel. Just starting to build up subscribers. I thought I'd come on and do a little bit of a live stream tonight, just to kind of hang out. Had nothing better to do. So yeah, that's what's going on there. But now I'm happy. Like I said, that Blue Dream was great, and tonight I'm going to be smoking before I go to bed. I'll be smoking Cold Creek Kush now. Probably not the right indica to be using, because it's kind of like a sativa in a lot of ways. I found out yesterday after I smoked some, that it's really kind of, it doesn't get me into that deep sleep. I had a pretty rough sleep last night, so I'm going to try it one more night, see what it's like, and we'll go from there. As soon as my vape charges up. The only thing I don't like about these little guys, This is the Pulsar APX vape. I bought it because like I can't smoke out of a bong and I can't smoke a joint or a pipe or any of that stuff because all of that is coming with the terpenes and coming with all of the good medicine. You're getting all that bad crap with it, and it just my lungs won't handle it. Whereas this vape, I only get what I need, and it's great. But it doesn't last long in terms of the battery power. I came home, it's almost dead, so it's on the charger now. It takes about an hour and a half to charge, and I get about an hour and a half worth of use out of it before I have to put it back on the charger. Now behind me, not here behind me in the bookshelves, but just over there, I've got a 4x4 tent by Mars Hydro. They sent out a 4x4 tent free of charge, along with their TS1000. I have that going over here with a couple of plants that we're just starting to replace the two that are coming out that are going to be chopped down in probably in the next week or so. So we'll be shuffling those in. And I think the next one I'm going to grow in here is a blueberry. I have a blueberry feminized seed that I'm going to pop in there, and it's a photo period. It's not an auto. Everything I've grown up until now is autos. So the two BC mystery seeds, if you've been following my Twitter, or not my Twitter, but my Instagram, which is RichKolas over on Instagram. If you've been following my Instagram, you'll see that I've got lots of pictures, and every once in a while you'll see the BC mystery grow come up, which is really kind of cool. And I'm really liking the way these plants are coming along. I just raised the light in there again today because they're getting taller. So yeah, it's those are the BC mysteries I know are an indica. The Dr. Dales that I've got are also indica, and then I've got one Northern Lights in the big tent that is also an indica. So once everything is ready to harvest, I will have a lot of indica in my house. And I know the Dr. Dale's great for sleeping. Like, it is an amazing medicine for going to sleep with if you suffer from insomnia. It is, and it's not a seed that you can get commercially. It's just, like I said, it came to me through family. It's been nicknamed Dr. Dale, and I've had it. It is very nice when it's cured properly and dried properly. Cloud 99, cheers from Oklahoma. BC Bud Depot has good Blue Dream regs and feminized. Hey, thanks for the tip. I will check into that. Oklahoma. That was a musical, wasn't it? Oh, you're Oklahoma. Yeah, BC Bud Depot. Okay, I gotcha. I may not be too swift, but I gotcha. So, yeah, all I've been doing here tonight is just kind of doing a quick little live stream, just kind of telling my story and kind of getting you guys excited about what's going to be happening on this channel coming up. We've already been documenting the BC mystery seeds. So we've been documenting that, and that's going to be a new grow that we're going to start on the channel. So if you have seen my previous two episodes, one was kind of a quick little introduction, the other one was talking about equipment you might need. Now let's put that equipment to use, and we're going to go ahead and show you what we did to plant them and how far along they are as weeks go on, so that if you guys wanted to follow along and use the steps that I use, I have had very good success with the steps that I use. A lot of people will do water for 12 to 18 hours, put them in a shot glass of water, and then transfer them over to paper towel or go straight to paper towel. Some people put them right into the dirt. I've found, because I use ProMix HP, there's nothing in it. That is a neutral peat moss soil. There's nothing in it. So I'm using the General Hydroponics nutrients. They're synthetic nutrients, but it is what it is. It was what was recommended, so that's what I went with. Now, I like it. I think it's, tedious mixing it all the time, but they're not. I'm not getting it every day. I'm not giving the plants nutrients every day. Right now, the ones that are getting ready to finish, and then they'll get chopped down within about 2 weeks, the two Dr. Dales. We've been actually giving them heavy doses of bloom about every third watering, because they're just sucking up water so fast right now. And in all honesty, they're in 1.5 gallon pots. I made the mistake of not going to the bigger pots right away. Now these went really long, like longer than they should have, because they were planted back in September. September they were planted back in. And I got to tell you that these ones that we planted back in September, we were kind of dumb, because I went from growing them in a small pot to moving them to a bigger pot. I transplanted them, and without any mycorrhiza or anything like that. The beauty of the soil that I use is that it's loaded with mycorrhiza. So it's really incredible that way. I really like the mycorrhiza in the ProMix HP. Now I've just started using Dynomyco. I just bought a little bag, a little 7 gram bag, which I can't believe the price of that stuff. So I just bought a little bit, and when I did the transplant on the BCs from the pots that we started them in to the 1.5 gallon pots, I used the Dynomyco on them to really help the roots take flight. Now that being said, did I need to? Probably not. I did notice that when I gave them a watering with nutrients, that they really went into nutrient shock pretty fast, because they really lost a lot of that color that they had. They're actually quite light still, so I don't know how they're going to finish out, but it's the first time I've had these, so we'll see what happens. Hey, thanks for the likes, everybody. Thank you. So we'll see what happens. And if they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. We'll try again. I've got a Northern Lights seed from Canuck Seeds still here. I've got a quarter pounder seed. I've been told that the quarter pounders, when you grow them, be careful, because they get pretty tall and pretty wild. So, and they can really fruit well. And then, of course, I've got some of the BC Mysteries, and I've got some of the Dr. Dales, and I've got one blueberry. So a friend of mine is sending me some seeds, so we'll see what happens. And I think that pretty much goes without saying. Yeah, it's a process, test and trial. Absolutely it is. Cloud 99, it is a test. It is a process. And learning how to do this is, I never thought I would be doing this at my age. I thought I was done with all that. For anybody that doesn't know, and most of you probably don't, I worked in the entertainment business for many, many, many years, and was fortunate enough to work with some wonderful people. And a lot of it is sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And when I kind of got away from that, I gave it up in my 30s, my early 30s. I think I was maybe 31, 32 when I gave it up. And now I'm in my mid to late 50s. I'll let you decide where that lands. Somebody asked me the other day, what does BC mean? Does it mean buds and cocaine? I went, no, it actually means beers and cameras, beers and cameras. I'm a photographer. I used to be a professional photographer. And there's a club that meets here in Calgary, where I'm from, and it's called Beers and Camera. It's sponsored by the Camera Store. Some very good people over there. They help me with a lot of my equipment that I have today. So, and they've always been good with camera gear for me. So, but yes, it is very much a process of learning what works for you, learning how to grow your own medicine. And I really think that everybody should try. This is an amazing plant. I can't say enough good things about it. I can't praise it enough because I know what it's done for me. It's made me way more sociable. As I got older, my wife says every year I seem to get a little bit more grumpy every year. And that can be due to, the pain that I live with, and that's what she kind of chalks it up to. But yeah, it's a process, and there's a lot of learning that goes on. So I hope that you will join me on further episodes. Check them out. And if there's something that I'm doing wrong, please let me know. Absolutely let me know. And I'm willing to learn, and I hope that people that are in my same position are willing to learn if they come along for the ride and hear my story and follow my journey through this. And that's kind of what my logo represents. I mean, yes, it is kind of a leaf, but if you notice, there's kind of a black wave that goes through it, and that I equate to the road that I'm on to better health. I know I've got a lot more energy than I've had in the last 2 years. I've had more energy in the last 2 months than I've had in the last 2+ years, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, I think that everybody should try it out. And please, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe and hit the bell notification. I would really appreciate it. It's going to help me to get further on in YouTube with this channel. I have another channel if you're interested at all. I have another channel that's all about 3D printing. It's called The First Layer. And there's 400 plus videos up there. Go check them out if you're interested in learning about 3D printing. I do it all the time. And until I see you guys next time, let's learn, grow, and medicate together. You guys have a great evening. I will see you again real soon. Bye for now.